Hey everyone, I am cooking dinner and I'm going to use my cooking blender today. I had a very busy day and turns out that it's late and I haven't cooked dinner and I need to get something in my young one's stomach. So what I'm doing right now is I didn't have any vegetable broth. I'm going to be making a cheddar soup and I didn't have any vegetable broth, so I put 2.5 cups of water in my cooking blender. I put some beef bouillon cubes in there and set it on a custom heat for 5 minutes at 200 degrees so that it can heat up the broth and make it into kind of a bouillon before I get started. What I do have on hand is just a portion of what's required for the recipe. It calls for 1 small carrot, celery, I don't have a celery, 2 cloves of garlic, and 1.5 cups of potatoes, and half an onion. So while I'm waiting for this to warm up and turn into a broth, I am kind of peeling and preparing the parts that go in. So I have my 2 garlic cloves. I just peeled the skin off them now. And I'm not going to dice these, I'm just going to throw them into the blender as is. I am peeling them though. So I have 2 cloves of peeled onions. I have half of a peeled garlic, and I have half an onion ready to go in. I don't have full-size carrots. I have baby carrots, so I'm going to throw in a couple of these. And I'm going to use my potato peeler to get these potatoes ready to throw in. And I'm just peeling most of the skin off. I'm not really going to peel off all of the skin because it takes a little bit too long and I don't have all kinds of time, so. Now, according to this description of the blender, I should be able to just throw these ingredients in, put it on cook, and let it go for 30 minutes, and I should have soup at the end of that. So, and I'll let you see how the final product looks when we get done. Right now the cooking blender is up to 115 degrees. And I think when it gets to 200, it will beep at me, and I'll throw my ingredients in. This is what This is what the cooking blender looks like, and the settings are here. You turn the dial and select the setting, and for this I just selected custom heat. And I set the temperature and the time and hit the start button. Alright. Looks like it's almost there. So our broth is pretty much done. It took about 5 minutes. It's at 205 degrees, and you can see it steaming. It's pretty warm already. So I'm going to stop it. And I've cut everything up, so I have potatoes peeled and cut into chunks, and my half of an onion cut into chunks as well. And I'm just going to add everything to the pot and to the blender and see how it turns out. My potatoes here. I love the Santoku knife. It is so sharp. You need to be very careful when you cut with it. Alrighty, so we're going to be opening the lid. I'm going to throw in And remember, this recipe actually called for vegetable broth that I didn't have, so I just made broth using the cooking blender. So I'm putting in half an onion, a cup and a half of potatoes, 1 carrot. I did not have the celery. Putting in 4 tablespoons of butter and some thyme. There is a measurement on there, but it was supposed to be fresh thyme, so I'm just putting in regular thyme. And then 4 ounces of cheddar cheese and some pepper. And some salt. And I'm not big on measuring, so we'll see how this turns out. So all of the ingredients are currently in the blender. I'm going to secure the lid. So until the lid is secured, it'll say lid there. I'm going to change the setting here to the soup setting, which is right there. And I'm going to hit the button. So it's already warm. I'm not sure how that's going to affect things. As you can see, I've blended everything there. This is a pretty mighty blender. I really have enjoyed it. Compared to my Vitamix, it really actually does an awesome job. A better job, actually. So the way that it works is it's heating, and then it does pulse every so often, and the entire process, they say, takes about 30 minutes. So I should have some soup in about 30 minutes. And for about 30 minutes, we're going to hear it doing this routine of blending and sitting still and then blending. Okay, so our cooking blender has completed its cycling. Took about 30 minutes. And the next thing, when it finishes, it beeps kind of like the quick cooker does. You may hear it beep here in just a minute. So that means it's done. So I would hit cancel, and then I can open the lid. And this is pretty warm, so that's what it looks like right now. And this is the consistency of it at the moment. So I'm going to pour myself a bowl of soup, and we'll see how we like it. So here's the true test. Let's see what you think.
Wait, what is it again?
It's creamy potato soup. Cheddar potato soup, sorry. What do you think?
Pretty good.
You like it?